How to make property investing easier and more profitable. Hi, I'm Adrian Rowles, Financial Advisor. Welcome to my video. If you would like to know how and where to make property investing easier and more profitable, keep on watching. This topic is for anyone looking to buy international property for investment income and can also apply to when you're buying a new home. Buying properties and renting them out to generate income is a strategy well understood. Most people get it and can see how building a property portfolio to produce future income can replace a salary in retirement in the long term, or create additional income now, additional income streams while the property appreciates in value, thus increasing your net worth tax-free. Real estate can also be an effective hedge or diversifier from the stock markets. And property is a physical asset that reacts positively to inflation, protecting your purchasing power from currency devaluation as a result of all the debt and money creation and fiscal policies happening today. However, many investors are more motivated by the tax benefits that you can get in real estate investing. And with a lot more tax benefits available through business, I'm going to be focusing on the advantages, if I can say the word, the advantages of buying real estate through a holding company compared to individual ownership, and show why you should consider applying this structure for buying real estate with how much extra money you could make on every project. Setting up an LLC for property has some major advantages and tax efficiencies that you can maximise. For example, if you had a mortgage via a company, did you know that you could deduct your mortgage interest cost from your tax bill, which is normally the largest expense of buying investment properties or any properties? You're also able to extract your profits from your property much more efficiently through a company by means of using dividends or capital repayments. Instead of, through personal ownership, you're always taxed at income tax thresholds. The rental income is 100% tax deductible against your mortgage interest payments. This used to be available for individuals, but has been taken away. However, it's still favourable tax benefit that companies enjoy today. And you could leverage this tax benefit simply by using a company to buy your property. A company structure also gives you pricing advantage when you're looking to sell your property. Whenever buying a long-term asset, it's always key to review your exit strategy. And by using an LLC, the person buying your property foregoes stamp duty and land tax, which means your property offers a price advantage. As when future buyers compare similar properties in the area, your property can save them up to 15% of the value of the property in the future. This is a significant expense saving, simply by offering the ability to sell the shares in your company that own the property. When doing that, they do not need to pay stamp duty or land tax to buy your property. Think about how much more attractive your property becomes in the marketplace. If someone has a 15% less tax bill, if they choose your property would sell a lot faster in a single day versus 12 to 6 weeks for conveyancing. And of course, there will be also lower capital gains when selling shares in a company. Your capital gains would be reduced down to 10 or 20% versus selling a property outside of the company, where you would have to pay more tax at 18 to 28% as a personal capital gains tax. Ouch. Bringing all these meaningful benefits together would significantly improve your post-tax profits. Let's look at an illustrative example. If an investor buys a property for £500,000 and it produces gross rent of £20,000 per annum or per year, Then after holding the property for 5 years, decides to sell it at an increased price value of 15% of the original purchase price. Now, as a company, you have 3 different ways to sell the property. As an individual, you can sell it as an individual, sell the property directly under personal ownership, but then you would be exposed to full capital gains tax up to 28%. Or, sell the property as a company with a lower capital gains tax due. With a company, there's 2 ways you can sell the property. You can sell the property as a company sale, or you can sell the shares in your company that owns the property. This would reduce your capital gains tax bill down to between 10 or 20% for a direct tax savings of up to 18%. Together with other tax credits in this situation or example, a higher rate taxpayer could make an extra 25 to 69% more post-tax profits by using a company instead of through personal ownership. This is significant and represents a very meaningful uplift for simply rethinking how you structure your position when buying real estate. If you would like to see the full workings of this example, contact me in the comments section below, just below, and I will share with you these, and you can review them and the calculations in your own time. So, to summarize, a company structure is easy to set up. It can be done very cheaply. In fact, it only takes 1 day online, and you get full secretarial support and reporting duties, a company bank account, a business bank account, which is available to all nationalities, domestic residents and overseas expats. There are many other additional benefits to discuss, and I will cover these in a minute. But first, let's consider where to buy. Where's the best value property hotspots are right now. Which country is best suited to implement an LLC structure to boost profits? Many investors look to property to build passive income for rent and to fund their retirement years. And when they do this, the first thing they concentrate on is a great location. But my question is, what is a great location? So now this answer will differ when you use it to live in when you're buying a home. But what is a prime location for investment real estate property? Prime location for an investment property what should we look for? What's the easiest way to narrow it down? After all, the world's a large place, and with very different rules and restrictions between countries. So how do I approach real estate when locations and investment strategies when I'm looking to buy or advise on property? As a financial advisor and a professionally trained retail trader, I prefer to overlay the same disciplined processes used by top hedge fund managers that help identify the best probabilities for consistent returns and the least risk possible. I do this by applying a top-down view of the world with a bottom-up overlay or a bottom-up analysis. This means taking a macro world view and then drilling down to a smaller selection of focused assets, or in reference to properties, locations that stand out when compared to a sector or location. And then do the macro analysis, the micro analysis from targeted research. So what should you look for? Let's try to create an open discussion for sharing best ideas. Please type in the comments sections below the first data point that you would look for when deciding to buy real estate. I'm going to go over a few pieces of the puzzle when I consider researching real estate. So I would look at GDP, the country's GDP, demographics, jobs, supply demand, that's the supply of units or real estate, currency timing, catalysts, there could be both internal or external, public and private spending plans, foreign investment, the foreign investment flows, legal infrastructure and property rights, of course taxes, and the one thing that everyone forgets, exit plan. Then I drill down to the build quality of the property, the lifestyle offered in the area, and occupancy levels, etc. And so on. So now I've already done tons of research on this to identify a country that makes sense to me, and that is England. Where I'm from. I'm from the UK. So I am also advantaged by having local familiarity, as I used to live there and was raised there. I'm confident that the UK offers the best safety for your money when buying real estate, and the most consistent long-term opportunity, both historically and forecasted. And setting up an LLC can help investors and landlords make smarter property purchasing decisions to help keep more of our profits or their profits, especially as we continuously facing rising taxes and costs. Now, apart from tax, there are some other significant company advantages that you can benefit from. An LLC protects you with limited personal liability by separating the assets and liabilities from your family's assets and liabilities, effectively ring fencing those assets. This means you're better protected if something bad happens. If you're looking to buy real estate or to grow a physical property portfolio over time, then setting up a company to buy them can help structure your holdings with much more tax benefits and many advantages to enjoy. This is where I come in. I help investors buy real estate as individuals and set up a limited holdings company to buy the properties through an LLC company structure cheaply and easily. In fact, 10 times cheaper than any other alternative in the market. We will help you set up a UK limited company with a UK bank account, and we will coordinate with your lawyers to purchase your property through your company and do everything required to manage your company on an ongoing basis. That includes all accounts, tax reporting and filing, legal and secretarial work, etc. And using a company could also mean that you get better access to capital. As it's easy to set up and buy with other people where you can share the risk and rewards. In other words, get a group of people together to buy a property or property portfolio. You could share the amount of cash required between you all and the rewards. So property holdings company can be set up with up to 8 shareholders to be part of your company. This definitely could help with raising cash for deposits with an equal shared commitment across all the shareholders. Now, we also specialise in buy-to-let financing. So if you would like to take advantage of these historically low rates and leverage with mortgage, we can provide UK investment mortgages from well-known lending companies offering up to 70% of the purchase value. So that's known as LTV. So 70% LTV. And this is available to UK and non-UK residents. Also expats and international investors at attractive buy-to-let rates. We also partner with leading developers, builders to source and build brand new off-plan projects with decade-long build warranties in prime central locations where there's all year round rent demand and high occupancy levels. Our end-to-end service includes new build properties, setting up an LLC, international mortgages. We provide optional full property management, market your property, tenant finding and referencing, the resale services for when you want to sell your property, and manage any other ongoing requirements so that you can enjoy all the benefits of owning a property without none of the headaches associated with managing a property. Each company holds one property with its own bank account and its own set of cash flows. This gives you better protection with each property legally ring-fenced in its own company. And this gives you much more flexibility. You can choose what to do with each individual asset separately. For example, you might sell one and take profits, or you might decide to take a remortgage out and release some equity to put down on a deposit on another property, for example, or decide to gift one to your children and so on. So, by having the company your property set up for one company per company, you have that flexibility in the situation where you own multiple properties. You get all the benefits and the advantages of the company structure without losing flexibility of your holdings. So if you're liking this information so far, give me a thumbs up, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe, by the way. I'm going to have much more videos like this out in the future. I'll put the links in the below to our free ebook guides on mortgages, international mortgages, and buying property made easy. So, do download them, as there's tons of value inside. And if you would like any assistance or any other information, let me know below, and I will also add a link to my calendar to self-schedule a session where we can have a conversation. For my next video, I'm looking at inviting property management companies to talk about what activities they're seeing in the rental space on the property, and also property developers themselves to share their observations and strategies for the property market and which locations they're looking at for future projects. For me, the number one risk for owning real estate is having a renter. Everything else, if you've got a renter in place, everything else can be managed, as long as that renter is paying rent, of course. But we would completely manage that for you if you want us to. Now, do comment below which one to do first. Which one would you prefer? A video with the developer or a video with the rental agency? Let me know below. Don't forget to like and share with anyone that you think might be interested in this topic. And thank you, and hope to see you in my next video.